because of course. And then we have my true form. She kind of has a Hey YouTube! Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Taylor. It has been a bit since I've been on YouTube. I had to take just a personal break for my mental health. So I'm going to be talking about a couple of things in this video. One will be that I'm going to be changing things up a bit and introducing cosplay to this channel. So most of you know, but if not, I am a cosplayer. I am known as Chamomile on Twitter and Instagram. Yeah, I'm just really excited. This is a long-time passion of mine, so I'm finally excited to be able to start documenting some builds here on YouTube. I took a hiatus from cons due to circumstances in my family, and then just depression and financial stuff going on at the time. So by the time I am attending this convention, it would have been 5 years since my last convention. So needless to say, I'm really excited to be working on some new builds. In this series, I will be documenting two primary builds. The other ones are either still up in the air or they're pretty much finalized because it's a pre-bought cosplay. I just have some last minute things I want to add. So the first two I will be working on in this video will be Zelda from Tears of the Kingdom and Riju from Tears of the Kingdom. So I'm really excited. This will also be my first time doing a couples cosplay with my partner. But I'm so excited to be documenting this series with you guys, and I hope you stick along. Yeah, I'm excited to announce that I just recently started streaming on Twitch. So I document my cosplay on Twitch as well. Right now it's dedicated for Wednesdays and Sundays depending on my schedule. Yeah, I think it'll be fun to work on some craft and also get to talk with you guys as well. And then when I'm not streaming cosplay, I will be gaming, and that's primarily on Thursdays as of right now. So we started playing Final Fantasy VII Remake, and it's also technically my first Final Fantasy game, so I'm really excited. But I will drop the deets down below.
It's you. This changes things. I didn't expect to see you here.
Oops, my goodness.
Oh my goodness.
So I will say one little obstacle I noticed, I actually wouldn't have even realized this until I was looking up the reviews on the Etsy page for this pattern, is that the pieces for this are stacked in the vector image. So if I'm going to cut this out, I'm going to have to make this into separate layered pieces. Like these would be behind this arch piece, so I might have to print this a few times and then just like sketch out the lines for where these would fall and then try to pattern it out that way. So might be a little time consuming, but documenting the process. But I mean, still have a little over 2.5 months to work on this, so we're gonna pace ourselves. But they're really beautiful patterns. I just need to figure out the layering aspect, but I'm excited. It's a little off, but you know. There we go. We're gonna cut this out. I think we're gonna start, so these look like the front pieces, so I'm gonna start with these and then I will make a separate piece for the back one. So I'll probably have to do that on a separate piece of paper, but that's fine. I think I'm just gonna have to print it on a different layer, which is fine. So pieces. Oops. So maximizing space. Thought I was gonna have to cut all of these on 2 pieces of film, but it looks like I can get away with doing it on 1. So love that. Sorry, I almost forgot to film this part, but I cut out some of the base parts for the headpiece. I'm stuck with tape right now, but my goodness. So I cut like some of these pieces out. I might have to redo this one or clean it up just because some of the side pieces like here are a little uneven, but that goes in the back actually, so it might not be too much of an issue, but I think I do want to redo that piece at least, and then this would clear on top, and then this would go there, something like this. So then we have a whole other set of pieces I still have to cut out, so we will do that probably tomorrow. Yeah. Hey, I feel like first order of business is to tackle the mess in here. I'll spare you the eyesore. Maybe I should expose myself, but here is the floor situation, and then that's what we're working with at my desk, and then back here, over here. This area is not too bad, minus some of the stuff I put on my bed this morning, and then yeah, it needs to not stay this way because I work, eat, sleep, craft, study, you name it in here. It gets very overwhelming very quickly, and yeah, so that's first order of business. So hopefully I can get through a decent amount tonight because it's already like 7 p.m. But yeah, that is the plan for tonight. So I just want to briefly hop on and talk about my Notion page that I'm using to track my cosplay progress. And this is not sponsored, but if Notion would like to sponsor me, hit me up, I won't say no. So I will quickly navigate to my page. So here I have the countdown for the next convention I'm going to, which still happens to be KatsuCon 2024. And then little Spotify playlist that I share with my partner. And then below we have a little Kanban board, I believe, and it lists all my current cosplay projects. I have them listed by the name of the character, the date I would like to have the cosplay completed by, designated convention I want to bring it to, and then the current status of that cosplay build. And then this one's fun, not necessary, but I like having visuals. But so you would come in, you see the cover photo. This is where you manipulate the progress bar, so if I were to check these off, it'll update that accordingly. And I have it hidden for aesthetic purposes, because of course. And then we have any reference photos I need for the build. I'm also going to be adding more for her for the back-facing view, just so I can see how things attach. Any notes I have for the cosplay, which this is just from my template, so I don't have any at the moment, but it would be for, say I wanted to do something specific for this build, I would put it here just so I don't forget. The shopping list I have sort of by categories, so any like finishing touches, actually I have these, I need to update this, it should be the other way around, but I want to get contacts for this build, and then her sage stone, which is actually right here, so not always super visible, but for accuracy purposes I would like to get her sage stone, and then just any additional supplies I need for this build. And my partner was actually really thoughtful and grateful and got me some things to help supplement this build. Thank you, sweetie, if you're watching, I love you. And then we have another Kaban board down here where it actually breaks it down by each task I need to do for the build. So I still need to do her wig, sewing her clothing pieces, and then I'm currently working on her weapons and her headpiece. These don't currently update the progress bar, unfortunately. I'm sure if I were to pay for premium Notion, I could probably implement that, but for now I am okay with updating those manually. But and then I have one more thing. So if we go back, we have it so that the cosplays will show up on a calendar based on the date that I specified to have them completed. So these ones, you'll notice I gave a week buffer just in case I have any last minute touches I want to do to the cosplays before the convention. So that is it. Thank you for allowing me to ramble. I'm just a very visual person, so I think this will really help me to stay organized and to make sure I'm not missing any pieces for my cosplays. But I'm just so excited to finally be crafting again, and I'm looking forward to my next convention. So back to the vlog. Don't mind me, I look a little rough today, but so I may muse with me today. So this is the wig I'm using for riju. I'll include a photo of what it looked like before. I believe it was a Danny from Arta Wigs, and this is the color Crimson. But yeah, so I went ahead and straightened the wig and trimmed it on stream. So this is just a very rough cut because I'm going to be taking more length eventually. And then what I did is, well, I went and bought some foam dowels, and then this is actually one foam dowel cut into 6 pieces. And then I've seen a few cosplayers take foam dowels and wrap it with strands of hair to create her little rounded pieces, and then they trim the excess at the bottom to give it that shape. I'm still undecided on the length. This is why I have so much excess length. I do have a wig that I bought previously from a seller that I no longer support, but it was essentially the same color, so I can still harvest wefts from that wig if needed. But long story short, I was a little too scissor happy with the wig and I cut too much. So this is my second go around. It's a really nice lace front. I also trimmed the lace on stream, so trying to not rush through this and take my time with this build, but also I have about 2 months to finish this cosplay, so yeah. And then in the back, she has a braid detail, which I didn't notice until I was going through the reference photos the other night, but this is, I'll fix this later. This is just kind of so I can get a rough idea of how I'm going to style the wig altogether. But that is the plan once I charge my battery. But yeah, so we're gonna try to figure out how many I want around the perimeter of the wig, and then it shouldn't be too difficult from there. I also have to, I'll probably have to handle this with some heat in the front, since she has like a little, I think she kind of has a widow's peak, but that's not too important. She has a little piece in the front where the hair gathers, and that's where the headpiece will be attached. So I have some planning to do with this wig, but I'm very excited to finally be starting on this because I think this will be my favorite part of this build, is tackling the wig. So okay, I'm so excited to start.